She walked into the room and the whispers started instantly. Perfect hair, striking eyes, the kind of confident walk that turned heads. But with it came the judgment, the side eyes, the smirks. Hot, but dumb, someone whispered behind her. It wasn't the first time she'd heard it. Every job interview, every classroom, even at the grocery store, people saw her looks and assumed the rest. She had learned to pretend she didn't notice. To smile politely. To accept the comments, even when they stung like fire under her skin. Her name was Marissa. 28, independent, hardworking, and more intelligent than anyone ever gave her credit for. She wasn't book smart in the traditional way. She didn't go to college, didn't have fancy degrees, but she had experience. Real-life wisdom. She'd worked 2 jobs since she was 17, learned customer service, business management, taxes, budgeting, negotiation. But still, to most people, she was just a pretty face. The day everything changed, she was working her side job as a waitress in a quiet cafe downtown. It wasn't glamorous, but the tips helped her pay off her car loan and build her small business on the side. She walked over to table 5, where a man and his little girl sat. The man looked tired in the way only single parents understand. But his daughter beamed at Marissa. "You look like a princess," the girl said, shyly. Marissa crouched down, smiling. "Thank you, sweetheart. That's the kindest thing anyone said to me all day." They laughed. The dad, his name was Ethan, watched the interaction quietly. He noticed something others didn't, the way Marissa spoke gently, how she made people feel heard, seen, comfortable. She remembered small details, served people with care, and held herself with grace even when other customers were rude. Later that week, Ethan came back. Not for coffee, not for food, but because he wanted to say something. "Can I talk to you for a second?" he asked, as she wiped down a table. She nodded, unsure what was coming. "I've heard the way people talk around here," he said. "They look at you and make assumptions. But they don't know you." Marissa froze. She had heard the whispers again just that morning. "I'm a single dad," Ethan continued. "I work in marketing, but I used to teach communication and emotional intelligence workshops. And I just wanted to say you're one of the sharpest people I've observed in a long time." Marissa blinked. She didn't know what to say. "You manage chaos like a professional," he said. "You read people. You make customers feel respected. That's emotional intelligence. Most people in leadership roles don't even have that. Don't let the noise get to you. You're not dumb. You're extraordinary." She didn't realize she was holding her breath until she exhaled. "Thank you," she whispered. "You have no idea how much I needed that today." He smiled. "I just call it like I see it." A few weeks passed, and Ethan kept coming back. Sometimes with his daughter. Sometimes alone. Always polite. Always supportive. He started asking her about her dreams, her business ideas, what she wanted to build. Marissa opened up. She had plans. A full business model. A dream cafe with her own bakery line. She had already saved most of the money but was afraid to pitch the rest to investors who would take her seriously, after all. Ethan didn't laugh. He didn't doubt. "Let me connect you with someone I know," he offered. "A woman who invests in women-led startups. And she looks for people exactly like you." Fast forward 8 months, and Marissa stood behind the counter of her very own cafe. Her name on the sign. Her custom pastries in the glass case. Her own staff. The same people who once whispered behind her back now lined up to take selfies in her beautiful little place. One day, a girl from her old job walked in and gasped. "Wait, is this your place?" Marissa smiled, the same warm smile she always wore, but this time with the confidence of someone who finally knew her worth. "Yes," she said calmly. "Welcome to my dream." Ethan and his daughter visited often. She always gave the little girl extra frosting on her cupcake. And Marissa? She kept building, kept growing, kept proving that strength, intelligence, and beauty could exist in the same person, and no one had the right to judge otherwise. Sometimes, it only takes one person to speak with class and cut through the noise.